you will 100% agree with me that technical softwares is a very important aspect, a tool for a technical trader. And over the last couple of decades, I've seen how this particular domain has evolved thanks to technology. Now, you and me, today, 2025, which software should you pick up? You are a beginner in this field, you do not wish to spend so much, but you want a good tool. In this video, we're going to take a deeper dive into that. Come, let's take a look. So when it comes to making a choice about your technical analysis software or charting software, I think the most important thing is to answer a couple of questions. You need to answer them to yourself. Let's write them down. Let's focus on my notepad. And the first question that you would like to ask yourself, that what kind of a trader am I? Which means that am I an active trader or am I a passive trader? An active trader is someone who is trading full-time, bread and butter, full-time into the markets, trading different time frames, maybe doing intraday and scalping as well, highly involved in the market, tracking many sectors and many stocks because his degree of involvement is much more. That's your active trader. A passive trader, on the other hand, is someone for whom this is his second hustle. He's doing a job or some business, and he would probably get time to track the markets and his portfolio and trades once in few days or a week, on a weekly basis or fortnightly basis. And it does not require him, or he does not want to or cannot put in that amount of time and energy. That's a passive trader. Different approach, different bandwidth, different resources, and there should be some difference in the tools that you're going to use. So if you are an active trader, your requirement when it comes to the software should be a much more real-time in nature. You want to do a lot many real-time analysis. Because you're doing many trades, your universe of stocks will also be much larger. You will be tracking more stocks to find opportunities, right? And it may require you to track a lot of analytics, of the markets, so that you are on your toes what's happening in the market. So I would say the way to put this is a more advanced software with lot of data, lot of real-time data, lot of scanning facilities, lots, a pro version, a premium version, those kind of names. On the other hand, for a passive trader, he may not need real-time analytics because he's not in front of the market. What will we do? What will anyone would like to do that? What is the highest open interest build-up or some sector doing this and that? He doesn't want to know because he doesn't have the time to track it. So he would need a toned down version of some software. So his requirements will be relatively lesser, right? Requirements will be lower, especially when it comes to real-time data. He doesn't need so much of data analytics, real-time data analytics. He is more like an end of the week person who would analyze the market, or end of the fortnight or monthly. And he does not need such an advanced version. Maybe a basic version is more than enough. So the first question that you have to answer to yourself, which category do I fall? Once you figure that out, once you figure that, okay, I'm an active trader, or okay, I'm a passive trader, the next question that comes out from this, question number 2, that you also need to answer, which briefly I have talked about earlier, is the universe of stock. Are you a person who's tracking a large universe, 500 stocks, 300 stocks, or maybe thousands of stocks? let's say, large universe, large number of stocks. Or the second case is, no, I'm just limited to few names and few sectors or few stocks, limited stocks. I have met many such people who focuses only on the index. I once met one of my mentees and student who tracks and trades only 5 instruments. The Nifty, the Bank Nifty, the USD, INR, crude and gold. That's it. So if there is limited, let's say 1, 5, 10 or even 15 or 20, let's say max 20. Let's use max 20. Then you do not need a software with a scanner. The most important term over here that I'm coming to is the screener or the scanner. This is a big requirement if you fall in this category. If I'm looking for trades within 300 stocks, it's impossible for me to track, analyze 300 charts one after the other and find opportunities for the next day. It takes time, it's mentally very taxing, and I will not be able to focus the way I'll analyze stock number 1 to chart number 300. It's not possible. But if it's just, let's say, 20 max, then yes, to understand, analyze 20 charts, it does not take too much time. As a beginner, maybe an hour, but you'll say 20 charts, 20 minutes, done. As you progress, as you have experience, it becomes easier, simpler, quicker. You don't need a scanner. Large universe of stocks, you need a scanner. Limited universe of stocks, you don't need a scanner. Scanner plays an important role. Real-time data plays an important role. Ability to do various data analytics plays an important role. So there are few 3-4 points that's coming out, and I would like to jot them down with you. Let's use blue. Point number 1 that's coming out over here is data analytics. The degree of data analytics that you want to do real time. I'll put an RT, which is real time. If you're a passive trader, you don't need so much. Even a basic version of the software will do. If you are a full-time trader, you need a premium or a pro version of any software. Number 1. Number 2, do you need a scanner or not? This depends on your universe of stocks. If you're tracking a large universe of stocks, you need a scanner. If you're not, you don't need a scanner. Another thing that comes into play, which is, I think, is a very important point, that is, my friend, your budget. So keep these things in mind and then decide. As I share this concept, this video with you, TradingView happens to be a very widely used software. We have subscription of TradingView. We can take that subscription standalone. And then there are many broker terminals, those who give us access to the widget of the TradingView widget. At the initial stage, when you're starting off in this field, it's not suggested that you spend a lot of money. See, if you have the budget, not a problem. But if you don't have the budget or you don't feel like, then why spend so much and go for an expensive high-end premium subscription of the software? You can start with the basic, and as you progress, as you grow, as you trade, and hopefully you make returns, of course you should improve your tool. Of course you should, up your scale and use a better version of the software. Sit quietly, jot down the points. Who am I? What am I trying to do after I learn technical analysis and trading? How am I going to execute it? What's my universe of stocks? Do I need to track the market real time, or it's fine end of the day or end of the week? Based on that, what kind of a software is there? And you figure out, my broker terminal gives me that widget, it's more than enough. Then don't purchase any software. But I'm a full-time trader, I track thousands of stocks, I want a scanner, I want real-time feed of the market, I want to be on my toes all the time. Then you need a good software, a high-end software like a TradingView Premium. You can have it on your phone, etc., etc. And whenever you start paying for the software, always start with the base plan. Take the base plan. Even after a month or two, if you feel that the next plan is more useful, you can always upgrade. But it doesn't make sense to go with a high-end plan and then you realize, I just bought it, but I'm not using it, I'm not utilizing it. So to choose your software, especially the various plans within TradingView, my suggestion would be sit down, jot down these points, figure out who you are, how are you going to trade, what are you going to trade, what is your requirement, what is your budget, and then decide which plan is best for you. I hope this video will help you to decide on that. Thank you, everyone. trade well, and take care.